Yo, what's going on, guys? It is Kyle here from SpeedBets, bringing you guys another video. I don't usually do these. This is a little recap. I have to talk about the success. I'm going to give you guys my quick picks for UFC Des Moines. I'm going to the event. I've been studying this event all week. I've got a pretty good handle on it, but I still need to do a little more tape. So these are not like the end-all, be-all picks. Don't go locking in all your bets based on these picks. Take these in. It's more of like a starting point where you want to start basing your research. If you're a guy who likes watching other YouTube videos, I'm hoping this week I'm going to be one of the first. Hopefully we can run up the likes on this video. If you guys see the success we're having, the Discord's growing. We're getting a lot more people tailing the plays every single week. I'm getting actually a lot of DMs, and it actually touches my fucking heart, man. I'm not trying to be this like emotional dork online, or like when people DM me and they don't even join the server. Maybe they're in like the prize pick server, the underdog server, and I'm just like shooting the shit with these guys, talking about plays, talking about bets, giving them bets that I like. These guys are literally sending me screenshots, whether that be like of their bet slips or like from the YouTube video, like just a simple yo, I tailed your plays, yo, I hit this underdog, I hit the prize pick slip. Like that stuff actually means so much. Like you guys do not understand that. The whole reason I'm doing this whole thing, the reason I charge literally next to nothing for my picks, is because I just want everyone to make money. The only reason I charge a single cent for my picks is just because I have to put in so much time. I'm putting in the time, the effort. It's like just like 30 cents a day or it's like 50 cents a day. That's the only thing I charge for. And honestly, if you talk to me, I'll probably end up giving you 50% off. Like, I'm not in this to make money from that. I want to see as many people winning as possible. That's why I do these videos. That's why I give out most of my picks for free. If you guys literally tail my plays, whether you want to like admit it or not, it doesn't matter to me. If you shoot me a DM saying, "Yo, you won me a little bit of money," that means the world to me. I hope you guys understand that. I love doing this shit. Never gonna stop. All right, but we have to talk about this. The 5 locks, 3 times in a row, 3 events, 5 for 5 on the locks, 3 events in a row. Nobody's out here doing this. The guys that are giving you the locks, they aren't going 5 for 5 on the 5 best. Come on now. This event, maybe there were a lot of super chalky favorites. I tried to avoid the like. I guess I didn't really avoid the biggest chalky ones, but like if you're giving out Amarim, Eliskarov, Ming Yang, Damon Blackshear, and Jocelyn Edwards, like okay, of course those are gonna hit, but whatever. So we went 5 for 5 again. If you parlay these up, that's cool. If not, whatever. Doesn't matter. And we get into the underdogs. Unfortunately, guys, we need to talk about this. Timmy Kwamba, beautiful read. I told you guys Roberto Romero was not UFC caliber. A little bit of an early stoppage. I mean, the tides were turning. Timmy Kwamba was going to win that fight. It does not matter. I thought the John Castaneda fight was super close. I actually did think Chris Gutierrez won. I'm not going to cry about the split decision. I'm not going to say it was a robbery. I thought Chris Gutierrez won. I thought the rightful man got the decision. Super close fight. I think both guys should get a loss. Like, neither of them actually did anything. That's a Chris Gutierrez fight. It is what it is. The one I'm mad about is Giga Chikadze. I really genuinely thought Giga Chikadze won that fight. I'm going to be 100% listen to this, guys, all right? If you're not going to give Mitch Raposo the win a couple weeks ago, was that 2 weeks ago? If you're not going to give Mitch Raposo the win over Sumaderji for grappling and doing nothing, you cannot give David Onama the win for doing the same shit. Yes, I understand. Mitch Raposo was like spamming takedowns, not even holding control. It didn't matter. David Onama landed like one elbow from top after getting just destroyed on the feet by Giga in the third. I understand not a lot happened. Yes, there was a lot of control. David Onama did not land strikes. Giga regarded. Giga was holding his own there. He wasn't taking a beating on the ground. Giga was never at risk of getting ground and pounded. I really did think Giga won that fight. I thought we got screwed there. The fact that it was unanimous and not even split was a little bit insane to me. But you live, you learn. We're still up like 17, 18 units on underdogs this year. It literally doesn't matter. We are still going strong. Look at this. DFS slips. Bang, bang. Muniz did not get a takedown. Like I told you, Ikram was going to stuff the takedowns. Hamzat was struggling to take this guy down. Muniz was never going to. Polyana Villana under 8.5. Little sweaty into the second round. Guys who got that 7.5 were sweating even more than me, but 8.5, easy. Michel Pereira lower than 0.5 takedowns, super easy. I don't even think he shot for a takedown, man. Abush worked him. I did not see that coming. I'm not going to lie. I picked Pereira to win. Abush pitched to shutout. Both these guys are trash. Cut them both from the UFC. Chris Gutierrez under fantasy score cashes like I told you. I thought it would end at 40, like 45. I literally said in the video I think it might end at 45 even. He ended at 43. Still cashed the under. He's not going to do anything exciting, but he's going to get the win. Anthony Smith under 5.5. Come on, guys, this was a freebie. If you didn't play this slip, if you were trying to be a contrarian and I'm gonna bet the over, man. Anthony Smith never been knocked out in the first round, not in 10 years. Guys, sometimes you just have to stop overcomplicating shit. Stop overthinking it and just bet what you know is going to happen. I had a parlay. It was MOINES to get knocked out, Anthony Smith to get knocked out. That's a weird way of saying it. But I had Big Ming for a knockout. I had Ikram for a knockout. Parlayed up. It was like plus 150. How can you get mad at those kind of odds? Plus 150 for two guys that are like minus 700 favorites. Sign me up. It cashed with ease. $100 on that. Paid out like 250. It was literally nothing to complain about. The least I've ever sweat for a bet probably in a long time. And then, of course, we didn't have a super long shot this week. We were one leg off of like a 75x, unfortunately, but it had a Michelle Pereira knockout. So nothing to boast about here this week. But free parlays, look at this. Both these cashed. Plus money on the bottom, almost even money on the top. I'm not going to go too in depth. I mean, these are just the locks pretty much. So let's get into the quick picks for the next card. All right, like I said, I'm going to this event, guys. I've been looking at this event for a while. If you're going to be at this event, drop a comment, let me know. You're going to want a picture with the GOAT before we blow up. No, I'm just playing. I'm stroking my own ego right now. That's all right. First fight of the night, we have Juliana Miller taking on Ivana Petrovic. Ivana Petrovic last time out against Jamie Lynn Horth. She tried pushing a grappling pace. She relied on her judo a little bit too much. She had a good judo throw in the first. She kept trying to go back to it, and Jamie Lynn Horth adapted, started taking the back. Very, very close fight. I personally could have edged it to Ivana Petrovic. I don't know. Jamie Lynn Horth, she had better positions. She threatened an armbar once, but it was never really too close. And Juliana Miller, I mean, getting knocked out by Luana Santos, she's taking a lot of time off. 28 years old, super inexperienced. I think this line is wide, personally. I think if Juliana Miller is constantly evolving, constantly working on her grappling, you guys want to talk about grappling, she has a win over Fatima Klein in a grappling match. That is a feat. If Ivana Petrovic starts leaning on her grappling a little bit too much, this could get hairy, guys. I might take a shot on Juliana Miller here. I think these odds are wide. I don't think Ivana Petrovic is minus 250 worthy. Yeah, she's a little bit better. I will admit, I don't think Juliana Miller's the better fighter at this point in her career. She's like a 3-3 mixed martial artist. I think the line's wide. I'm going to do a little bit more tape. I'm going to actually watch some of the grappling matches of Juliana Miller, see how she works from the back, getting the hooks in, securing the armbar type situations, how she finishes back chokes. That's the stuff you got to look at when you're picking a women's fight. Like, I want to pick Juliana Miller by submission, or maybe just a grappling dominant decision, because I don't think Ivana Petrovic is as refined in the grappling as a lot of people think. But we're going to have to see how that goes. I'm going to do the tape study. That's my early lean. I've taken the plus 200 dog. I might pick flip to Ivana Petrovic. Like I said, I do think she's the better fighter. But Juliana Miller can certainly find a way to get this one done. I hope the tape convinces me to go with that pick officially. I might sprinkle a little bit. I do think these odds are going to close a bit. We have Don'Tale Mayes taking on Thomas Peterson. Now, if you were in the Discord, these odds, when they dropped, they were insane. Thomas Peterson was like minus 400, minus 450. We snagged a small, I think it was a half unit bet on Don'Tale Mayes at like plus 400, like plus 380, plus 400, something absolutely ludicrous. And these odds have even tightened more since then. Thomas Peterson's like down to a minus 200. I hate to be that guy. I literally despise people that only bet for value because I think that's just a losing strategy. I know you want to talk about beating the boat. It doesn't matter if your bets are always losing. Even if they're good losers, you're still losing. I think Thomas Peterson is horrible. I'm not going to lie. Don'Tale Mayes, he's literally never done anything good. Don'Tale Mayes sucks. He should not be in the UFC. He's been heel hooked twice in the UFC, once by Cyril Gane. What more do you need? Like, he lost to Hamdi Abdelwahab, my boy. I saw him in the free parlay section. He's always the background. That's my guy. But I'm losing to Hamdi on short notice. Yeah, he was on PEDs. It does not matter. That fight went the same. I mean, a win over Mo Usman, that's your claim to fame? That's the best thing you've done, man? You lost to Jamal Post. I know Hamdi arguably lost to Jamal Post too, but man, Jamal Post just stands. He doesn't actually fight. This guy's never fought before. He just stands there. Trying to get these ads out of here. Sorry, I don't have my ad blocker on right now, but I mean, like, losing to Jamal Post is just never a good look. Thomas Peterson... I hate the fact that I have to pick Thomas Peterson. He's not the... He might be the better striker. Don'Tale might have a little bit more thud. Don'Tale does like weird athletic things sometimes, and then he just looks incredibly unathletic other points in the time. I think overall Thomas Peterson should be able to just get in on takedowns and win the fight that way. Same way kind of Hamdi did. Same way Shamil beat Don'Tale. Hold him against the cage, take him down. He has no get-up game, nothing, like literally no get-up game at all. So I'm probably going to end up betting Thomas Peterson at these lower odds, get myself a nice little middle/arb hedge, whatever you want to call it. But I'll take my gain either way. I do think Thomas Peterson should win this fight through the grappling. Gaston Bolanos taking on Kwang Bang Lee. Kwang Lee obviously came into the UFC short notice on Chris Gutierrez, like I predicted in that fight. Chris Gutierrez took him to a super close decision because Chris Gutierrez sucks. Yeah, he probably beat John Castaneda, split decision. No, man, he looked terrible. He doesn't do anything well. Kwang Lee, then he got knocked out against Long Zhao. We predicted Long Zhao to win that fight. We bet on Long Zhao. That was a great prediction. Didn't predict the knockout. I predicted the decision, but I just took the money line because it was a close line. Gaston Bolanos, man, what has this guy done? Beat Cortavius Romeus? That guy's cut from the sport. Guy's cut from the UFC. He's a Milwaukee guy, Cortavius. I feel for him. I'm right around there, man. I was going to go to the Pura Vida gym and try to train with him one time, but whatever, man. He needs to figure it out, get his weight under control, just work on his anti-grappling a little. His offensive grappling's decent. His defensive grappling's horrendous. Gaston Bolanos kind of stuffed the takedowns, wore him out cardioed him. I don't think Gaston Bolanos is good. 8-4 versus 8-2. These guys aren't great fighters. Neither of them have good wins. They kind of both have bad losses. I'm going to go with Kwang Lee here. I think Kwang Lee, I don't think he's going to gas out. I think he can offensively wrestle like he was against Chris Gutierrez. Gaston Bolanos has better takedown defense. I think Kwang Lee's a live dog here. I need to do some more tape. I do remember taping up Kwang Lee pretty heavily for the Chris Gutierrez fight. We hit a big bet on Kwang Lee to get a takedown. But, man, it's really hard to say here. I think Gaston Bolanos is pretty overrated. I don't know why he's the favorite here. This feels like a pick'em type fight. So I'm going to take Kwang Lee for the early pick here. Marina Rodriguez versus Jillian Robertson. Now, you look at these records, man. These are some WMMA records. 17-5, 15-8. Jillian Robertson was not having success in the UFC, and then she dropped weight classes and started having a lot of success. Marina Rodriguez, a victim of the judges. I think there's a case for Marina Rodriguez to win her last 2 fights. But in the end, the grappling has been her demise pretty much every single time. You guys know what Jillian Robertson does really well? Grapple. You know what she doesn't do anything? She doesn't do anything else really well. She's just a phenomenal grappler. Her takedowns have looked great at strawweight. When she was at 125, they were not looking good. They were struggling. The chicks were too big. Marina Rodriguez isn't going to be too big. They're just about the same height. I disagree with this line. I don't think Jillian Robertson should be this big of a favorite. I do think she can win this fight. I almost want to favor a finish. I think Jillian Robertson can get her to the ground and work a submission. Marina Rodriguez is getting old. She's 38, coming off 2 split decision losses. Jillian Robertson's not generally a girl who likes to go to the cards, but she has been. She likes to get the finish when she can. Give me Jillian Robertson to find a submission. That's moderate confidence, but I hate this line. She is 29, improving every single fight. Jillian's my girl. She's won me a lot of money. That's the pick I'm going to roll with. But I'm going to do a lot more tape before I actually bet down on that fight because this line is insane. We have Azamat Bakoyev taking on Ryan Loder. That's that beautiful win over Robert Valentin. Man, aged like some fine wine. Torres Finney torched him. Ryan Loder, his win just isn't aging well. Azamat Bakoyev, his win actually was pretty decent. Zach Reese put him out bad. Now this guy came into the UFC, we were looking at his record, split decision to Dylan Budka. Now I don't really think that should have been a split decision. I watched that fight back this last week, and there just wasn't a ton there. Not a whole lot to dissect. I think Azamat Bakoyev should have him covered. This guy is lethal on the ground. This isn't a fight I'm looking to bet right now. Bakoyev's a huge favorite. I'm willing to bet just because he has that EV, the Russian flag. I think he's going to jump to a bigger favorite. So maybe you want to parlay him up. I mean, he's 29, improving every single time. He's good on the ground. He is competent there. Ryan Loder, if he doesn't get the takedown, if he gets his takedown stuffed, reversed, Bakoyev gets his own takedown, I think Loder's in for a world of trouble on the ground. I'm going to go Bakoyev by a ground and pound TKO. But like I said, not betting this fight right now. I really do need to tape up Bakoyev a little bit more. From what I've seen, there just isn't enough for me to really feel comfortable laying down a minus 360 line. I mean, the fight with Dylan Budka was so weird because Budka's just getting starched in the UFC and then he goes split decision. It probably shouldn't have been a split decision, but like, come on, man, really? That's just making it hard for me. Now right here we got Yana Santos taking on Miesha Tate. Miesha Tate coming in at the ripe old age of 38. What are we doing? 20-9 versus 15-8. It's 2 chicks that are past their prime. Yana Santos coming off the domination of Chelsea Chandler. Jocelyn Edwards just did it better. Just finished her up in that first round. I mean, Yana Santos, she did pitch a shutout, if I'm remembering that fight correctly. I did watch it back. I wasn't watching too hard. Nothing really happened. Chelsea Chandler got 30-27. Miesha Tate, what has she been up to? I have literally no idea. I'm going to be 100% honest. I have absolutely zero idea why Yana Santos is a dog here. When the odds dropped, this fight was a pick'em. I threw down a full unit on Yana Santos. I have a unit on Yana Santos moneyline. I don't know why Miesha Tate's the favorite. What is she going to do? Just repeatedly Russell fuck Yana Santos? She's 38. Her most recent win is over Julia Avila. She has 4 wins in the last 9 years. She has 4 fights. Sorry, did I say wins? 4 fights in the last 9 years. What are we doing? Ever since the loss to Nunes, she has literally went MIA. She took like a 5-year hiatus. 5-year hiatus, and she hasn't even fought in the last year. Her last win was December in like 2023. I got news for you. We're halfway through 2025. The sport's left you behind. You're going to be ring rusted. Why on earth are you the favorite over someone who just pitched a 30-27 against a ranked fighter that was Chelsea Chandler? I know the division is not deep. I know there's probably only 15 fighters in this fucking weight class. Why is Miesha Tate the favorite? Am I missing something? Like, I'm going to be looking at Twitter. I guess I'm going to retape Miesha Tate. What did I miss? Wait, why is Yana Santos not just a smash spot here? I know she's not great. I wouldn't ever recommend betting Yana Santos against like an active, decent fighter. Against Chelsea Chandler, I was fine betting on her. Against Miesha Tate, I'm more than happy to bet on her. I don't know what Miesha Tate's going to do in this fight to win. I don't think she can repeatedly take down Yana Santos and win this fight via clinch and everything. I just don't know. Give me Yana Santos by decision. I think that's a very good bet. I might even double down. I'm not going to lie. If I'm liking what I'm seeing in the tape before this line gets out of hand, I would play Yana Santos up to minus 150 to 160. That's how confident I am in her, man. Let's go to the next one here. Jeremy Stephens, Mason Jones. Jeremy Stephens coming back for the one time. Now, when I first saw this line, I was like, holy shit, give me Jeremy Stephens. Then I was like, oh, Mason Jones is evolving. The guy's super, super young. They're just 30 years old now. After his first UFC stint, he said, no, I want to get a little bit better. I want to keep improving. And he went back to the regional scene, back to Cage Warriors. He went to decision with some fighters that are actually not that decent, which is a little concerning. Like, I mean, we just go to his thing here against Mike Davis. Okay, Mike Davis has been decent for a while. Ludovic Klein. I mean, his style, Mason Jones here, his style is to get you to the ground, to work the grappling, to ground and pound you, to get the decision that way. I mean, Mike Davis and Ludovic Klein, those are tough draws. Those are tough people to do that to. You can Russell fuck David Onama. I think David Onama is terrible. He just lost to Giga Chikadze. I mean that. I mean, the no contest here, whatever. Eye poke, whatever it is, what it is. But the Mike Davis and Ludovic Klein, I think you can say that's okay. Ludovic Klein is like a 90% takedown defense. The guy's fighting Gamrot. That's a great fight. That's a tough one to pick. At glance, it seems like Gamrot all day, but what is he? If he can't take down Ludovic Klein, is he going to be the better striker? I don't know. And then he went back, ground and pound round 1, round 2. I mean, all these guys are decent. He took the O of Michael Pagani. That's pretty decent. Bryce Logan, not a good fighter. Jan Liasi, I don't know a ton about him, but he seems to have a decent record. So, then Ribeiro, he's not very good, but he was putting in some work in Cage Warriors. He got some good experience going, fighting multiple times a year. You love to see that. Coming back to the UFC, Jeremy Stephens. It sucks. Jeremy Stephens is going up a weight class. The hardest hitting 145er is now at 155. He's been doing bare knuckle boxing. He's been taking damage. He's 38. I know it's in front of his hometown crowd. I just think the rustling of Mason Jones is going to get to him. Obviously, he has to be weary for that one-hitter-quitter power. But when you look at it, I mean, you have to take a step back, take off the nostalgia glasses, and you have to say Mason Jones is coming back for a reason. The UFC, although it is Jeremy Stephens' hometown, it's going to be a fun fight. Jeremy Stephens is always in fun fights. He only got to knock out Josh Emmett. Come on. But you have to think Mason Jones coming back for a reason. The UFC signed him back because they see something in him. They want to give him a winnable fight in his return. And they're probably going to put this guy on the UK cards, all that stuff, maybe even the France. I know it's right next to like the United Kingdom and the England cards, but it's in the same region, whatever. Give me Mason Jones by decision. This line is insane. I'm probably not going to bet this. Might take a shot on Jeremy Stephens' decision, no action, but at the same time, he's got so much scar tissue from all the bare knuckle boxing. He's going to be bloodied up if Mason Jones gets on top of him. I could see a ground and pound stoppage, but it's a hard fight to find a method of victory for me. I think it's Mason Jones by decision or Jeremy Stephens by knockout, but Mason Jones historically very durable. Jeremy Stephens, I think he's going to be slow. I think he's going to be kind of weathered for his age, and I think it's just a tough fight for him to come back into. It's going to be a fun one last scrap for the UFC. but I do think it's time to hang up the MMA gloves. Love you, Jeremy Stevens. Then we have Cameron Smotherman versus Sergey City. Sergey City, this guy is overrated as all hell. I'm going to say it. I think Cameron Smotherman's a great underdog. Sergey City is not going to be able to get this guy off of him. Like, I think Sergey City robbed Garrett Armfield. I'm not going to lie. I think that was a bad decision. I really do think he lost that fight. Through the grappling, Cameron Smotherman's going to push forward. He's going to grapple him up. We saw the way Jake Hadley lost. It's going to look a lot like that. Cameron Smotherman, this guy's pressuring forward. Pressure. He doesn't give up. He has that third round knockout potential. Who's that guy? He just got a win over in the PFL. The guy that lost to Raul Rosas in the Contender Series. What's his name here? Mando Gutierrez. We actually picked Mando Gutierrez as an underdog here, like a pretty big underdog against Nuzzy. Yeah, plus 235. That was a great pick by me. Pat myself on the back for that one there, but just glazing myself mid quick picks here. But give me Cameron Smotherman. I think this guy has the cardio, he has the heart, he has the endurance. I think he's a phenomenal underdog, and I think Sergey City is a fraud. Montel Jackson versus Daniel Marcos. Now, guys, I was sitting on this fight for a while. I was like, oh, man, I could go back and forth. The fight was sitting at pick 'em odds. And then right as I was going to go pull the trigger on Montel Jackson, I went to bed to sleep on it one final time. And then I woke up the next morning. He was minus 200. I think Montel Jackson's the side. I think Daniel Marcos is a fraudulent, undefeated fighter. He lost to Davey Grant. The fight with Yanez, way closer than it should have been. He should have cleaned up Yanez. I had Yanez as an underdog in that fight. I'm not going to try and tell you Yanez won. He clearly didn't. He lost the fight. But I think Montel Jackson is too dangerous. I think to this date, this guy has still dropped every single fighter he's fought in the UFC, win or lose. Smoked Damon Blackshear. Damon Blackshear striking sucks. Like I told you guys, he was not going to finish. Alateng Lee decision was the move. He got the decision, whatever. I'll pat myself on the back again. Give me Montel Jackson by knockout. I think Daniel Marcos is a fraud. He's a bum. This guy's losing his O today. I think Montel Jackson is walking away as a fan favorite. Santiago Ponzinibbio versus Daniel Rodriguez. This one's another one. The odds don't make sense. Why is Daniel Rodriguez the slight favorite? What has this guy done? Losing to Kelvin Gastelum? Really? I mean, that's what's going to get you favorite status nowadays? Santiago Ponzinibbio, these guys are about the same age. You guys remember when Ponzinibbio was actually considered a prospect before he had like that blood disease or whatever it was? I forget the exact medical condition he had, but there was something super serious. This guy was a legitimate prospect. Look at this run he was on. I mean, we're talking, we got to go back in the day here a little bit. Look at this run. I mean, was that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fights in a row? Ended with Neil Magny, performance of the night, round 4 knockout in the main event. And then he ran into the leech. Got checked by the leech. That was after a long layoff for that disease he was dealing with. Come back, Miguel Baeza, that guy's garbage. I don't know how that guy was ever 10-0. Strip the O from him. Losing split decision to Jeff Neal, split to Michel Pereira. You can make the argument that he lost both these fights. You can make the argument he won both these. The Michel Pereira fight was especially close. Jeff Neal one maybe a little bit, not so much, but Michel Pereira fight extremely close. And he knocked out Morono. He was losing against Morono, though. He was losing against Morono, caught him in the third. It was a good knockout, but a little scary. I mean, Kevin Holland pitched a shutout. That was a no-hitter. Kevin Holland just beat the shit out of him, which is not a good look. I thought he beat Muslim Sally Cup. This guy is a victim of the split decision. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. Does he have another one? I think he has one more if I was, I don't know. Whatever. Not going to look too much at that. But this guy is a victim of the judges. I picked him to knock out Carlston Harris. He got that done. I'm going to pick him then. I think he's going to knock out D-Rod, man. D-Rod only been knocked out by Ian Gary. It's his only knockout, the only time this guy's ever been finished. Oh, sorry. My bad. Neil Magny Darstam. Forgot about that. That's a horrible loss. That is a horrendous loss. But knocked out Preston Parsons. That's a very good win. I don't know how he managed to finagle that one, but I'm picking Ponzinibbio, man. I know this guy's a victim of the judges. If it goes to the cards, that I guess it has to favor Daniel Rodriguez. I mean, it has to. I think Ponzinibbio still carries the power. Power's the last thing to go. D-Rod's chin has been cracked. It can be cracked again. Give me the Argentine dagger to land the kill shot. Then we have Reiner de Ritter taking on Bo Nickel. Now, I'm a notorious Bo Nickel hater, so take my pick here with a grain of salt. Give me RDR. What is Bo Nickel going to present to RDR that he hasn't seen before? Bo Nickel is not going to be able to just throw his little lazy overhand that he does. He can't do that. RDR is way bigger than him. He doesn't have that much of a reach advantage, but he is way bigger. He's going to lean back. That overhand's not going to hit. What are you going to do, take down RDR? Get trapped in RDR's guard? I mean, RDR's not like a guy throwing up triangle chokes and shit. But I mean, look at his... You have to respect the 14 submission wins. You absolutely have to. Who is he submitting? Not really anyone too special. I mean, inverted triangles, arm triangles, rear naked choke, Darce. Like, this guy has an arsenal. This guy's arsenal is top tier. He can do it all. This guy's a very accredited grappler. I mean, look at this. Your profile picture on Tapology, the MMA site, is you in a fucking gi. You know what you're about. When the profile picture is the gi, you know what's coming up. This guy's elite on the ground. If Bo Nickel makes the mistake of taking this to the ground, I think he's in for a rude awakening. I think he's going to get reversed and arm triangled. Yeah. Oh, Craig Jones couldn't submit. Craig Jones didn't give a fuck. Craig Jones was literally twerking on him, trying to get him to suplex. Like, it's just a whole different level. I don't think Bo Nickel's good. I think his striking is overrated. RDR striking is not good either. I think RDR arguably has better striking. We haven't seen good striking for either one of these guys. One of them's dropped GM3, one of them hasn't. All I'm saying is GM3 or Kevin Holland would be the best win on Bo Nickel's resume by far. Paul Craig is not a good win. Yeah, he fluked Magomed, he fluked Jamal Hill. It does not matter. He is not a good win. Give me RDR. Give me by submission. Fuck it. I'm going big here. But, like I said, take my pick with a grain of salt. I'm very biased. I don't like Bo Nickel. I don't like what he represents. So, give me RDR, but biased. Main event, Corey Sandhagen versus Davis Figueiredo. Big Corey Sandhagen fan, but that's not going to impact this pick. Corey Sandhagen is about to pitch a masterclass. I mean, sorry my voice is cracking so much. It's a fucking 2 o'clock in the morning right now. I have to be at work in 3.5 hours. I have to be up, awake. I haven't slept yet. I have to be up in 3 hours for work. The shit I do for YouTube, man. The shit I do, because I love this sport. Corey Sandhagen's about to pitch a shutout. I mean, this guy, I don't think this fight's too competitive. Figgy just took a beat down from Petr Yan. I do think Petr Yan's a better offensive striker than Corey Sandhagen. Corey Sandhagen's going to mix in the wrestling. He's going to mix in the cage fucking. And I don't see a path for Figgy. What's he going to do, knock out Corey? You're not going to knock out. What are you going to do, catch Corey in a guillotine? Maybe. Maybe Corey shoots a lazy shot in the 4th, 5th round. I could see something like that, but not really. Figgy's 37. He's old. He's weathered. He's tiny. Corey's going to have a huge height advantage. Again, not so much the reach, but come on, man. Figgy might drop Corey once. He might have him in a guillotine that's a little bit tight. He might get sweaty for a second. Corey's a big favorite for a reason. I think he's going to pitch a shutout. I'm going to look for the Corey Sandhagen minus 5.5 props. Corey Sandhagen by decision. The fight over 4.5. I don't think this fight's getting finished. But I mean, maybe a Figgy decision no action bet is in play here. Played that against Petr Yan. That was decent value. I'd play it again. So, give me Corey Sandhagen for the main event. Don't have to do a lot of tape there. I think this fight's pretty straightforward. I think there's probably not going to be a lot of people disagreeing here. Let's see here. Go to the predictions. Let's see. Holy shit. Everyone and their mother is on Petrovic. I think that's insane. Jeez, everyone's on Bolano? Why are you on Bolanos? I don't get that. Why is everyone on Bolanos? Smotherman, huge. This guy's an underdog on the books, but he's a huge favorite on Tapology. That's weird. Why is Misha? Oh my god, man! I have to be missing something. Let me know in the comments, please. For the love of God, please let me know if I'm missing something before I go and put my fucking mortgage on Yana Santos. Why? What on earth am I missing? I don't get it. Then Ponzinibbio again, underdog on the books, huge favorite here. DeRitter, huge favorite here. Sandhagen, yeah, I mean 75%. It is what it is. Fizzled bouts. I'm so sad I don't get to see Tukos in person. I was looking forward to that one. And of course, seeing Trevor Peek in person would have been exciting. Mario Batista, good. Get that guy the fuck out of that arena. I don't want to see that fight. But, yeah. Again, let me know if you guys are going to be at this event. Talk to you guys there. I'll talk to you in the comments. Drop your locks. Any criticisms you have, anything I've said. Again, I have to do more tape. I'm going to do another video probably, hopefully Tuesday, maybe Wednesday morning, where I give you guys my official picks after I do more tape tomorrow night, after I get done with work and sleep and all that shit. And then Monday. So, yeah. Sorry I'm stuttering right now like a motherfucker. I'm tired. You're probably tired. Try watching this Sunday morning. And, yeah. We'll catch you guys in the next one, man. Make sure you join the Discord. Free. Top link in the description. And we are just crushing it. Hopefully to go 5 for 5 on locks for the 4th event in a row. Get some underdog wins going. We got 3 out of 3 on the TFS slips again. And yeah, man, we'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.